You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like life, I'll rise.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless.
Welcome to the Black News Beat, and I am your host, Dr. Kamika Campbell. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, April 15th, and I guess you know what that means. It's tax day. Grab your coffee because today is heavy with lots of layers. It is officially tax day, which means half the country is stressing over what they owe, and the other half is wondering why their refunds feel a little light. Today is also Jackie Robinson Day, a powerful anniversary of integration and excellence in sports. But most importantly, we are right in the middle of Black Maternal Health Week. This is a time to honor and advocate for Black women who carry our communities on their backs, as usual, often while navigating a healthcare system that does not protect them. And shout out to the Pennsylvania Black Maternal Health Caucus and some of the work that they're doing. We'll talk about that on the show today as well. This morning, we're talking about exactly where your money is going. We're digging into a massive airline merger pitched right directly to the orange terrorizer, aka the president. The real reason everybody feels like they're paying too much to live, and a local scandal right here in Dauphin County that proves the house always wins. Let's sweep these streets. Let's see what's going on in the country and around town. Well, something sneaky is afoot. Why is the United Airlines and American Airlines, why is he pitching a merger directly to the president in the midst of all of these gas hikes right now? What's going on? So sources say United Airlines CEO Scott Kirby privately pitched a massive combination with American Airlines directly to the Danger Yam during a White House meeting. Why is that? He said it's because the jet fuel costs are going up so high that nobody can afford it from the U.S. and Iran conflict. And that's their excuse to consolidate. Interesting that we would use war as a reason to consolidate. Seems like a lot of people are making money, but not the common man, right? Because when we have mergers that happen like that, it creates something close to a monopoly, even though there are other airlines available. It creates a monopoly on and then drives up prices, right, for tickets. So we should be watching that closely. It's not a done deal. It's not even close to being in effect. But why are we talking that in the middle of this gas crisis? A combination of this would create an aviation behemoth with over $100 billion in revenue. While the administration may be open to it, antitrust experts are warning that this will completely kill competition and drive up ticket prices for everyday travelers who just want to see their families. So what do you all think? Should American Airlines and United Airlines even be talking about a merger? And what would that look like for your family? Next up on the docket is a day that's near and dear and painful to many hearts. Tax day. Today is April 15th. It is tax day. And there is it is a mad dash to get your taxes in before the deadline. So people say, oh, we're paying taxes today. Actually, you've been paying taxes all year. You paid them all 2025. And now you are filing your taxes, right? Filing the report for what you paid in 2025 to see if you owe the government any money or if you get a return. That's what today is. And it can be quite painful for a lot of people, including me. Hate filing my taxes. It is hard. A recent poll found that 40% of Americans expect to pay higher taxes this year. Well, how can that be when we just had a tax bill that lowered taxes for the masses? How does that work? I'm not sure, but let's find out. Separate surveys from Fox News and Gallup reveal roughly 7 in 10 registered voters say their taxes are just too high, and almost half say the income tax system is fundamentally unfair. And to talk about that at the Pennsylvania level, because this is people are paying their federal taxes today, filing their federal taxes today, filing their state tax today, and filing their local taxes today. So let's hear from my friend, Dwayne Heisler at Penn Policy Center on tax day happenings right here in Harrisburg at the Capitol.
believe that a tax system needs to work for everyday Pennsylvanians, wherever you are in this state. And we have some good news. So our organization did some, and we're lifting up some surveys that were done in every single county in the state. I don't care how red or how blue it is, it does not matter. Over 70% of people polled believe that millionaires and billionaires should pay their fair share.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah. And so we're here to shine a light on it. And there's several things we can do here on a state level to help us. We all know the federal government has been chaotic, and that's probably a nice way of putting it. But that burden is now being shifted to Pennsylvania and to hardworking families here. We think that we should be able to tax them and they pay their fair share so we can afford things like fully funding our schools, taking care of public transit, which happens in every single county. Every single county receives public transportation funds, and that needs to be funded. If we are not taking care of everyday people in Pennsylvania, what are we doing?
Absolutely.
The fact of the matter is that we are running a deficit in this state, and we cannot meet our obligations. And our obligations are not the problem. We do not have a spending problem. We spend about the same amount of money on other states proportionally, and all those surrounding us, including West Virginia,
Wow.
on education, on transportation, on all of these, on healthcare, on all of these things.
Wow.
What we have is a revenue problem. We don't have money coming in to fund those things. You cannot cut your way to prosperity,
Right.
but if everyone pays their fair share, we can have a Pennsylvania where everyone thrives.
I love that. So you are here today with Penn Policy Center
Yes, that's
and Democracy PA.
yes,
And you had a wonderful press conference this morning.
yes.
And you also have some events coming up throughout the day and this evening. Tell us about those, celebrating celebrating or just observing Tax Day.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, there are events that are happening all over the state. I want to give a shout out especially to Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. We've been hearing so much about how rural communities are coming together. The folks in Bloomsburg right now are doing a rally outside of their closed Social Security office in
Wow.
downtown.
Wow.
And they're once again pointing the finger and saying, we need the funding necessary to take care of the people in Bloomsburg and in
Absolutely
Columbia
right.
County. There are events that are happening.
For making that wonderful video just this morning. As you can see, I'm in the same outfit that I was this morning. I went to the press conference at the Capitol talking about tax day, both federal and state level. And our representatives are really working hard for us at the Capitol, making sure that people are aware of the tax credit that the governor has put forth for working families in our in our state, and also just how much work we still have left to do to make sure that taxes are fair for everyone, not just for the very rich folks, while they're getting tax cuts while working people are seeing tax increases. So despite the tax code legislation enacted last year, regular households are still watching their refunds get consumed by higher prices and inflation. So even though people are maybe getting a refund, it's getting eaten up much faster. It's not that boon that it used to be where you feel very, very happy that you get a refund. A lot of people are not feeling that this year. So the Congressional Budget Office estimates that the largest benefits of those laws go to the wealthiest earners, leaving working families carrying the burden. And that's something that we really want to highlight. We want to make sure that we understand that it's not just that folks are they're not just trying to get one leg up. We just want it to be at least even to the folks who are making the most money in our society, right? And I think that's fair. Wouldn't you agree that that's fair? So definitely that's something we want to keep talking about in our work. Yeah. So next up, not only is today tax day, but it is also Jackie Robinson Day. Today is April 15th, officially Jackie Robinson Day, as well as tax day. On this exact day in 1947, Robinson stepped out into Ebbets Field for the first time, right? For the Brooklyn Dodgers, becoming the first African-American to play Major League Baseball, which is pretty awesome. Why does that matter? He challenged long-standing segregation with professional baseball and opened the door for generations of Black athletes to compete at the highest levels. Major League Baseball permanently retired his number 42. No one's had it again. And decades later, his legacy of breaking barriers continues to resonate today. So shout out to Jackie Robinson for breaking barriers for all of us. And you, as long as if you're celebrating tax day or if you're just observing tax day, some of us aren't celebrating, you do have something to celebrate today, and that is Jackie Robinson Day. And next up, major comedy alert. Dun, dun, dun. One of my favorite writers, comedians, talk show hosts is coming to Harrisburg. The brilliant, hilarious, Tony-nominated writer and comedian Amber Ruffin is coming to right here in Harrisburg for a special live conversation at the Whitaker Center with the one, the only Mary Oliveira, the executive director. I'm so excited about this. And I reached out to Mary and I said, Mary, my birthday is 1 week after Amber comes. What can you do for a sister? She said, well, guess what? I'm giving YPOC 10 free tickets to go see Amber. So bring you and some of your friends. So you are some of my friends. Why don't you come out and enjoy a live conversation with Amber Ruffin this Saturday? That is this Saturday, the 18th, starting at 6 p.m. It's going to be a really wild and amazing night. She's so funny. She's so smart. She's going to talk about her 2 books. She's going to talk about her own journey. So I'm really excited to be hanging out with Amber on Saturday. Won't you join me? If you would like a free ticket to see that, please hit me up. And also I have on Threads, I have a little contest going, and on Facebook, if you can answer a little trivia about Amber, you can get a free ticket to go see her Saturday night. So definitely hit us up. And the absolute best part is, again, YPOC has secured free tickets for the community, and we are giving them away right here on the Black News Beat. So if you need a good laugh, and we all do right now, for sure, make sure and comment. I'll give you that trivia question, and you can get a free ticket to see Amber and to hang out with us on Saturday night. So I hope you are enjoying the show so far. We have a lot coming up for you in the next segment. We'll be right back with upcoming events.
Tonight in Harrisburg, the young professionals of color are honoring Black History Month by looking ahead.
Fox 43's Melina Brown has more on the event focused on Black History Month and Harrisburg's future Juneteenth festivities.
We all got blood in our veins. In a room filled with community leaders, families, and young people, the future.
I am Little Miss Black Pennsylvania Jr.
And the foundation of Harrisburg stood side by side.
I am the Juneteenth concert chair, as well as YPOC board, and founder and CEO of Power Choice Productions.
The young professionals of color hosted the event to honor Black History Month, with a special focus on the city's upcoming Juneteenth celebrations. Organizers say it's about more than just planning a festival, it's about celebrating the culture.
Music, art, storytelling, fashion, community, entrepreneurship.
Part of Thursday night's event was the focus on connection. People listened to stories, music, and art, while community leaders encouraged the next generation to take ownership of their future.
Black history is important to me because it's about my origins, and I feel like everybody should go out and learn more about Juneteenth. And I feel like that it's important that everybody learn learns about what happened back then.
The event highlighted the week-long festivities happening in Harrisburg for Juneteenth, including a parade and a concert open to all.
It's a very diversified experience. In a sense, there's not just one genre of individuals. You have older, you have younger. It's family-oriented, it's educational, it's fun.
Organizers say events like these help bridge the gap between generations and continue to be a space where history isn't just remembered, but lived, shared, and passed down.
It's a great way for us to be able to just celebrate the uniqueness that we share, and where we can have pride in the things that we do, and to give hope and to just stimulate our people with joy, innovation, creativity, and fun. And you know, we like to have a good time, so come to the cookout.
Yeah, everybody should probably come out here and, see about Juneteenth.
Milena Brown, Fox 43 News.
Welcome back to the Black News Beat. I hope you enjoyed that first segment. We have a lot of great things in store for you. Don't forget it's tax day. Are you in the middle of doing your taxes? How is it going? I want to know. My husband and I were working on taxes yesterday, and we were just, up. We had to be up to be supportive. We needed body doubling to get our taxes done. So we did that. So I'm encouraging you today, sit down, get you a drink and a snack, get some water, hydrate, and do those taxes, okay? Because we want to be, we want to get our refunds. We want to have a good spring. So now to upcoming events. We have a lot going on. And starting today, celebrating tax day or observing if you don't celebrate, if you're not getting a refund, we are seeing the Death and Taxes documentary screening tonight at 7 p.m. The bar opens at 6 p.m. We will be at Midtown Cinema. I do have free tickets to this event. So if you are wanting to come, you can sign up on Mobilize, or you can just come to the theater and I'll get you a ticket. I'll be on the panel starting right after that movie to discuss what we saw. So please come on out. Shout out to Dwayne, who you saw earlier in the show with the interview we did at the Capitol. Shout out to Dwayne and the Penn Policy Center and Democracy PA for hosting this fabulous event and having me on the panel along with Karen Showalter, who was also on the show from Moms Rising. So we will be on the panel tonight with the director. So please come out, meet the director, and please, I'll also get you a snack and a drink. I'll throw in a little snack and a drink as well. So come on down and grab your tickets before they're gone. And on Thursday, I will be teaching Leaps and Bounds in AI, April 16th at 12 p.m. It is a virtual class for small to medium-sized business owners. We have a lot of advancements we've had in AI since January. I mean, so many big things are coming up. We have the Anthropic models, rolling out new models. Veo 3 is up and running, which is the visual aids. We have changes in memory and how AI is using memory and what this means for data centers. We also want to talk data centers. Half the data centers that have been planned have been shuttered around the country. And what does that mean for the future of AI? Is it a bubble or is it something worth invested in? And all the layoffs that we've been talking about on the show as well, all the layoffs have been happening as well. So I want you to come to this. If you are a solopreneur, entrepreneur, medium-sized business, small business, please come and let's talk about this and let's get ready for this next chapter of what's happening with AI. It's a lot going on. So I really want you to join me on Thursday at 12 to talk about that. We are in the middle of Black Maternal Health Week. Shout out to the Pennsylvania Black Maternal Health Caucus. I just want to say, it's the weeks 11 to 17. Yesterday and Monday, they had great programming, panels, they had a reception, a film screening, the birth canal film. There's so many things. There's so many things happening that really highlight the plight of Black motherhood and Black maternal health in the country and in the state of Pennsylvania. And I so happened to see that our Governor Josh Shapiro, posted about Black Maternal Health Week on his page, and the comments were so nasty. The comments were terrible. People are like, why does it have to be a Black thing? Well, let me tell you why it has to be a Black thing and why we have to concentrate on Black mothers. Because they have the highest mortality rate of any group of mothers in the country, because they are routinely discriminated against when they seek care. And people were asking questions like, are these mothers really seeking care and are they following through on their care? And just the presupposition that Black mothers are not following through on care and don't want the best for the children, I just would like to say that is a racist sentiment. So that is the type of sentiment that Black women are fighting, trying to get care to make sure that they are believed, that their pain is believed, that their expertise in being mothers is believed. So this is a very important week. There are so many stories right around our Commonwealth of mothers who die in childbirth, die soon after childbirth, have very large complications with trying to bear their children, trying to birth them. So we have a lot of work to do here in the state. And we'll talk a little bit more about the Momnibus at the end of the show that's being considered right now in our state legislature. And on April the 30th, Black NewsBeat will be at Shippensburg University at Main Chapel. I am so excited about this show. I get a chance to talk to our students at the college level about the amazing work they're doing. And we always say, we believe the youth are the future, but we'll be talking to the future right here, right now, in the present, and watching the great work that they're doing, taking their communities forward. So please join us at Shippensburg, live and in person. We're going to have a lot of people that are going to come out to the chapel, a lot of students. And this is right at the end of the semester, so it's going to be something really fun that you can take part of. So please join us. That's coming up on April the 30th at Main at 6 p.m. And then every single Tuesday, we are at Culture and Commerce Co-working on North 4th Street. We do Topics Tuesday. Topics Tuesday is so great because we talk about so many amazing topics that are helping or hindering our community. And we want you to be there for those conversations. This is a way to strengthen your debate muscles, to get opposing sides to different issues, and really make sure that you're in tune with what's going on, right? This is a way to be civically engaged. We talk about our city government, our county government, and our state government. So please join us every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. at Culture and Commerce Co-working on North 4th Street, 19 and a half. And it is a half. 19 and a half North 4th Street. Join us. And then never too early to start talking about Juneteenth HBG. The events are up. Aren't you excited to be with us for Juneteenth HBG? I always say when we start putting up the graphics, welcome to Juneteenth HBG. It's going to be a great year. YPOC is turning 10 right in the middle of all that. Our birthday is actually June the 12th. And then we are going to do an event for the YPOC's 10th anniversary during Juneteenth week. So you should definitely check us out. And I'll run everything down really quick. And then I want you to visit the YPOC page for more, and also ypoc.org. So we have on Sunday, we'll have a kickoff, a virtual kickoff. We're basically going to just let you know what's going on during the week, do some giveaways for our different things. Tuesday, we are going to have our YPOC 10th anniversary reception at Men in the Kitchen. On Wednesday, we will have our Juneteenth HBG Summit. It is coming up at Harrisburg University starting at 9 a.m. And we'll also have a keynote later that evening. Thursday is going to be our Taste of Black Harrisburg at the corner, the block event at the corner of 4th and Walnut, right at Culture and Commerce Co-working. And on Friday, we're going to have Juneteenth Jubilee on South the South Riverfront Park, right in Shipoke. And then Saturday is our parade at 12 p.m. and our concert at 7 p.m. So we got a lot going on, right? From the 14th to the 20th, we're doing all the things. We want you to come. You must download tickets if you want to get those free giveaways. And of course, we have some events that are at cost, but most of them are free and low cost. So definitely come hang out with us. We would love to have you. We are so excited that you all are going to be there. And we are trying to top this year. Our goal is to top 10,000 participants over the week. We got really close last year. We're fluctuating between 9,500 and 10,000 people. We had about 10,000 people fill out our survey trying to see what they want for Juneteenth this year. So please, come join us. Let's have fun. Let's have a great time. And I can't wait. So we have lots more events. I'm only giving you just the highlights and the highlight really what's going on. But please check out the Facebook page, both Black NewsBeat and YPOC, to find out all the awesome upcoming events that we have in the community. And if you ever want us to highlight an event on this show, let us know. I would love to cover your event. And yes, we are rocking and rolling with Black NewsBeat this morning. We'll be right back after a little note to talk to you about the deep dive of the day.
I served in the Air Force for 23 years. I was proud to stand for my country. But I'm not going to stand for what Congressman Scott Perry is doing in Washington. He's forgotten about us. Perry voted to cut health care that veterans rely on. That's just not right. We deserve our health care, and Congressman Perry is trying to take it away to give more tax cuts to billionaires. That's just cruel. I'm an independent. I care about issues that impact veterans. I wish Congressman Perry would stand with us.
Welcome back to the Black News Beat. And we do have a special segment for you today because we have something that has rocked the community like no other. And yes, I am talking about the Dauphin County gaming grants. There has been a big ruckus in our community about this, the holding up of these grants, and I want to talk about it today on the show. So first, what are even gaming grants? And this is something that I don't think people really understand about Pennsylvania. But in Pennsylvania, legalized gambling and casinos, like our very own Hollywood Casino in Gratz, has generated millions in tax revenue. Isn't that right? Because it's tax day, don't forget. So we're going to talk about the public purse, right? And where these different kind of funds come from and what they go to. So that money is supposed to be distributed back into the community as grants to lower property taxes, fund first responders, and support local nonprofits. But something happened recently that I want you to know about. So last week, the Dauphin County Commissioners actually tabled the award of over $11 million in gaming grants. Commissioner Chair Justin Douglas refused to vote for it, openly citing concerns about how the money is being allocated and flat out stating that there are instances where the funds have been misused because the county lacked a proper auditing process. Dun, dun, dun. So this has angered a lot of people in the community. I've been talking to different business owners. Penn Live has done an expose on this. So Commissioner Douglas's stance is that he doesn't think the gaming money should be going to for-profits. There is provisions of that, but the counties do get to decide how, who, what, when, where, and why this money goes to, and they can pick who they would like. So in talking to several business owners around this, folks are very upset that he is taking this stance that they see as against for-profit businesses. But is it really against for-profit businesses, or is he really trying to bolster organizations that don't sometimes make a lot of money? So what happened to the, and so what is another interesting that happened after this was this. What happened to the committee that was supposed to be overseeing this? According to Commissioner Douglas, in 2025, an entirely new gaming advisory board was appointed, yet the process completely broke down. Douglas noted that he was not even consulted or asked for his input this year. Interesting. On top of that, 2 economic development officials were suddenly ousted, with one fired without the chair even being consulted either. The subsequent refusal to vote on allocation, a majority of the gaming advisory board resigned. So now we don't have a functioning gaming advisory board. Oh my goodness. What is supposed to happen with that now? And how long would this $11 million be held up? We don't know. But we do know that this $11 million is supposed to be allocated to not just nonprofits, but also municipalities. So this money is hanging in the balance until when? We don't know. Now, Commissioner Douglas did state in his video that he had voted against a similar process last year because he did not feel that the process was fair, especially because he did not believe the money should be going to for-profits. This is a sticking point for him. For-profit businesses are feeling attacked. In speaking to some folks who wanted to remain anonymous, they said that they do not support this move because many small businesses in our community are struggling, which are for-profit, are struggling just like nonprofits. So this is something to consider. But this brings us to the explosive subsequent reporting by Julie Ryle at Penn Live. Her investigation found the most shocking developments. Instead of helping the public, the jackpot has been going to private for-profit businesses and wealthy county insiders who are quietly receiving millions in public funds. Now, Julia did I think a 5-part series on this, and it is quite riveting. And seeing some of the things that it's going to kind of does make you scratch your head. So while there are some really good small businesses that are doing well with the money, there are others that aren't. The most salient and shocking point, an ex-NFL player's company was handed $55,000 for a project that has completely stalled out with zero accountability. Now that's really scary. If $55,000 can just go out of the window like that with no accountability, no auditing, how much more money? And that's the point of Juliet's reporting. When public gaming money goes to insiders and private businesses, our local nonprofits and community programs lose out. The House always wins, and it is time we demand total transparency about who is hitting the jackpot with our community's money. And remember, these are tax dollars. So it's the tax money generated from the earnings that people are winning at the casinos and in gambling. So those dollars are the ones that are being reallocated back to communities like the ones right here in Harrisburg. You can check out some of those sources. Dauphin County, the Berg wrote an article called Dauphin County Tables the Award for Gaming Grants, and Penn Live did a 5-part series. Juliet Reel did a 5-part series on who's really getting Dauphin County gaming grants. So definitely check that out. Also check out Commissioner Douglas's comments on not even bringing this up for a vote and what other city and county and other officials have to say about it. And we will be right back with our last lap. We're getting out of here early today.
I built my coffee shop from the ground up. Every penny counts. So these tariffs are creating chaos. Coffee beans are imported. I can't afford to pay the tariffs out of pocket. These tariffs have the potential to destroy my business. But Congressman Scott Perry supported the tariffs. They're another tax driving up costs on small businesses like mine to give tax cuts to big corporations and billionaires. Scott Perry should be looking out for small businesses instead of big corporations. I wish Scott Perry was looking out for us.
All right. Welcome back to the Black News Beat, and we are here for a last lap. It's been a shorter show, but chock full of good information. It's tax day. We have a lot going on as a community, but I know between the stress and hearing about millions of dollars going to the wrong place right here in our backyard, it is incredibly easy to feel defeated. But remember the themes of today. Jackie Robinson walked into a field where half the stadium wanted him gone, but he played his game anyway. And that's the theme. We have to keep going in these times when we feel like we aren't moving forward. Yes, you are. Keep the course, stay the course. And as we observe Black Maternal Health Week, remember that advocates fighting for the PA Omnibus legislation, that's what they're fighting for right now. The Black maternal mortality rate in Pennsylvania is a crisis, with over 90% of pregnancies associated deaths being considered preventable. Did you hear that? 90% of the pregnancy associated deaths for Black women are considered preventable. That's a crisis. That's an epidemic. We have to keep playing our game. We have to stay informed, protect mothers, read the local reporting, keep fighting for our community. And the last thing I want to say too is during Black Maternal Health Week, check in on your friends that are Black moms, especially your pregnant friends that are Black moms. There is a lot happening in our community with just how Black women are believed when they go to the doctor, when they say they're pregnant. My own personal story is when I was pregnant, I had an ectopic and I was not believed for several weeks. And I have friends who are also telling those stories where they have lost children or they have suffered severe health consequences because they were not believed in their journey of trying to have a child. So check on your Black friends who are mothers who are pregnant. Help them advocate for themselves if they are not being advocated for. And really just also stay abreast of the reporting and the news that's happening at the Pennsylvania state level for the Black Maternal Health Caucus and for the PA Omnibus legislation. And something that I like that we talk about, people say, why is it a focus on Black folks? When you fix these things for Black moms and Black mothers, you fix it for all parts of our society. So that's something I want you to remember too. If one mother is being treated adversely, if one mother is being discriminated against, then how is that showing up for other moms that we may not be paying attention to? When you fix these dire issues for one part of our society, you will fix them for other parts of society. So that is how we are all in this together. That is why we should pay attention to these dire mortality rates for Black moms, and why it matters to all of us. Right? All right. So remember, we're giving away tickets for Amber Ruffin. Hit us up on the Black NewsBeat page this Saturday evening. It's going to be a wonderful time. And that's all I have for you today. I am Dr. Kamika Campbell, and this has been the Black News Beat. Have a beautiful rest of your day.